There are things we know, there are things we do not know, and there are things we do not know that we do not know. Hey, I'm Nivea, and today I'm going to speak about the book The Art of Thinking Clearly by Rolf Dobelli. The reason why I selected this book to read was after seeing the chapter names. The chapter names, a lot of them are so catchy. Let me read a few of them to you, which caught my eyes. The first chapter, why you should visit cemeteries. Another one, why you should forget the past. Murder your darlings. Less is more. You control less than you think. Why the last cookie in the jar makes your mouth water. And a lot more chapter names which are so catchy, and after reading the book I can tell you that the content in these chapters are also amazing. I'll share some questions or little stories that are written in this book which will give you a gist of what is there in this book. So let's start with the first question. Alright, so think of 5 words, English words that start with the letter K. Your 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds over. Now, think of 5 words, English words, that have the letter K as a third position in words. Let's begin. Done. That was difficult, right? Now, you will be surprised to hear that the number of words that start with the letter K is actually less than the number of words that have K as a third position in words, at least by 2 times. Still, we could actually recollect only words that start with K easily. And why was that? Because of availability bias. So what is availability bias? We picture the world with the examples that easily come to our mind. Not necessarily that they happen more frequently. It's just that they're easy to conceive. So for the example that we took before of the words that start with letter K, it was more available to our memory than the words that have K as the third letter. Though they are more, it didn't come to our mind easily. So that is what availability bias is. Okay, now let me tell you a Persian story mentioned in this book. There was a wise courtier who gave a gift to the king. And the gift was nothing but a chessboard. Now the king was very happy, so he asked him, "How can I thank you?" To which the courtier said, "Oh, I don't want much. All that I need is, in the chessboard, in the first square, give me 1 grain. And on every subsequent squares, give me twice the number of grains than the previous one." So the king was astonished. He was like, such a modest request. Yeah, for sure. So the king's servants started the task. In the first square, they kept 1 grain. In the second, 2. In the third, 4. And so on. And it's when they continued the process that the servants and the king realized that in order to complete this task, they would need more number of rice grains than what is actually growing in this planet Earth. Do the math and you'll get it. And that's exactly what the author Rolf Dobelli has mentioned in this book as well. When it comes to growth rate, do not go by your intuition. Rather, use a calculator, do max. With that, let's go to the next story. Now, the next one is not a story as such, but it's just a finding mentioned in this book. And that is, let's say there was a plane crash. And then we hear that there was this one unlucky person who ideally had to travel a day ago or a day later, but then in the last minute change, he had to take this flight and then now he is no more. We feel more sympathy with that one unlucky person than the remaining normal people who also took the same flight and passed away. And that is because of fear of regret. So that fear of regret makes us behave irrationally. And there's another one more topic which is covered in this book, which is very well spoken about or discussed these days because of social media, and that is instant gratification, and also about delayed gratification. So there is a video mentioned in this book, a YouTube video. I'll share the link in the description box, so if you want to check that video, you can check that one. So that was an experiment conducted with a group of children who are around the age of 4, wherein each child was given a marshmallow and was told that either you can eat it right then, or otherwise you can wait for some time, post which you will get a second marshmallow too. And what was the result? Majority of the kids had the marshmallow without waiting, so they did not get the second one. Now the reason why the children did so could be multiple, as in one, it could be instant gratification. They're getting whatever they want right then, so they don't wait for the second one. The other reason could be that they do not have patience, or the next reason could be that they are very clever or intelligent to think that I am getting the first one for sure, but the second one, maybe if I wait, they might take away the first one and go, and maybe they wouldn't even give me the second one. So why wait? Have at least the one that I get. So it could be multiple reasons. So what the author is telling us that if we add the word now to a statement, it causes us to make some inconsistent decisions. And this is called as hyperbolic discounting. So instant gratification could be highly rewarding, but hyperbolic discounting is still a flaw. Now I'll tell you one more story. There was an intelligent and clever centipede sitting on the table at the edge of it, and it sees one tiny grain of sugar at the end of the room. Now it's so intelligent that it starts thinking how to reach that grain, which is the best route to take in order to reach to that grain, the shortest path. So it starts calculating and thinking and thinking and thinking. Finally, it starts to crawl in order to reach there. And still, it is thinking, making the plan, contemplating, that by the time it just started, it got tangled up. Essentially, if you think too much, you cut off your mind from the wisdom of your feelings. Now, what's my say on this book? It's an excellent one. But whom will I suggest to read this book? If you are an overconfident person, then definitely go ahead and pick this book up because you'll stay grounded. But if you are a very confident person, still pick this book up because it'll let you think differently and still make you feel confident. But if you are an underconfident person, then I would highly suggest you not to pick this book up. This book more focuses on what not to do than what to do, as in it resonates more on negative knowledge than positive knowledge. If you're into stocks or trading, then definitely I would recommend this book. A lot of examples related to this particular topic is mentioned in this book. With that, this is me, Nivea, signing off. Keep reading a lot of books. Take care. Happy reading.